This conference will now be recorded. This conference will now be recorded.
Hi everyone, very good morning. So we will start. This is the first session. So what we will do is today our agenda is, so let me share my screen. Our agenda is what we are going to do is we will see so how to create a Snowflake trial account, and then we will see what all the components we have in the Snowflake trial account. So next session onwards we will see how to load the data into the table, how to create that. We will see that. Okay, this will be the first. So the tool introduction and the installation. Okay, just observe this. So from the next session we will start with data loading part. Okay, so now, so when you from I'm requesting you from your side also do the same thing. Okay, when you are creating a free trial account. Okay, generally if you want to like install anything from any other databases, so what we have to do, you need to download executable file, right? Executable file you need to download executable file. Then what we have to do, we need to install. After that we need to configure it, right? So like username and password you need to give. So after that you have to give the configuration details and all these things you have to take care as a administrator, right? But here, so when you are creating a Snowflake trial account, so we are not going to bother about all these things. Just okay, on the fly, so we can able to create the Snowflake trial account. And so no need to download anything, so no need to do any configuration here. So if you observe the Snowflake trial account, just type Snowflake trial. Okay, when you hit this you will get this option, Snowflake trial account. Here, so we need to remember, so when it is coming for the trial account, you may see this 30-day free trial option and $400 worth credit limit, right? So these two things, once if the 30 days is completed, again you can register with a new email ID and then you can create another trial account. The same way, once this $400 worth limit is completed, again you can able to create a new free trial account. So that is not a problem for us, so when it is coming for the practicing. And one thing, so once this $400 worth limit and 30 days is completed, still you will have a access to your Snowflake account, but you cannot able to perform any actions. You can able to view the information, so what you have done, but you cannot able to perform any actions. It means you cannot able to update the details, you cannot able to create anything. Okay, now when you are creating a trial account, so first you need to give these details, first name, last name, and then email ID. So here the company name you can give it on your own, anything is fine, and then you can select your the country name. So after that, so this one it's up to you. So if you select, so if you deselect, so it will not send any email, otherwise it will send you the promotions. Okay, now let's observe this. I'm giving so my details here. So let's give, I'm giving my details, and so it is asking company, I will give just one, and then I am selecting the country. So once I have given these details, I don't want any promotion, just I have selected this and then click on continue. And this page, so next window, so this is very important. We have, see this one, the free trial edition. You have 3 editions. These are the 3 editions, like we can say that 3 different like versions we can. So we have standard edition, enterprise edition, and then business critical edition. So totally, so we have 4 editions available in the market. So 4 editions. One, so only when it is coming to free trial, it is available only 3. But so in organization, you will have one more thing, that is VPS, virtual private Snowflake. Virtual private Snowflake. This edition is not available for practice purpose. For practice, it is not available. if any organization, if they want, they can request for the VPS. But for the practice purpose, only these 3 editions is available. So one thing here, if you observe, by default, when we didn't selected this enterprise, by default it is selected the enterprise edition, because in enterprise edition we can see all the features. So whatever the features is available, all the Snowflake features is available in enterprise edition. Standard edition, you will not have time travel and multi-cluster warehouse. These features will not be available in standard edition. These features is available only enterprise and above editions. In enterprise edition, all the features is available. At the same time, business critical edition also all the features available. At the same time, VPS edition also all the features is available. So when we are working with the pricing model, the here in the class session 12, we will discuss about the pricing model. Here we will discuss more about this virtual private Snowflake edition. Now here, so one thing here, you will get one certification question. Which edition will be the which is the minimum edition we are going to get time travel and multi-cluster warehouse environment? The minimum edition, so for the time travel and multi-cluster warehouse environment will be, that is enterprise edition. Don't confuse with minimum edition. Minimum edition is standard edition, but they are asking minimum edition which we are getting time travel and multi-cluster warehouse, that is enterprise edition. And all the above editions also, these features is available. Okay, now the default it is selected. So when you are practicing, when you are creating account also, by default you can select this. Okay, now next one will be, see this one, another one, choose your cloud provider. So when you come to the Snowflake architecture, they are building their complete architecture on existing the cloud providers. Existing cloud providers. These existing cloud providers are, leaders in the market are Azure, AWS, and then Google Cloud Platform, right? These are the existing cloud providers in the market. And one more thing. So here one more certification will be, question will be, so below cloud platforms, which is not suitable for Snowflake trial account or Snowflake editions, whatever it may be. So in which, below which the cloud platforms we cannot able to create the Snowflake account. So they will give options along with these 3. They will give IBM Cloud, Oracle Cloud. Or other than these 3 things, you cannot able to create on any other cloud platform. You cannot able to create a Snowflake trial account. Here, if you observe, one is Microsoft Azure, another one is AWS, another one is GCP, right? These are the Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, and then Microsoft Azure. These are the leaders in the market in the cloud providers. On these 3 platforms, we can able to create a Snowflake account. Now, when you observe this, so it is Snowflake has given the option to the organizations. Based on the requirement, they can able to choose any one of the cloud provider from here. Now, if you observe, see this one, just select Amazon Web Services. When you select Amazon Web Service, this one, because most of the 80% of the cloud platforms they are using, so AWS. Okay, that's why. So I selected AWS. So if you want, we can select Azure, or if you want, we can select GCP also. Once we selected this cloud provider, then you need to select the region. You can select any one of the available regions from the below, so it will work. So always, for the best practices, what you need to do is, you need to select the region which is nearest to you, which is nearest to you. So this one, so I am selecting here, the region will be Asia Pacific Mumbai. Observe this one, Asia Pacific Mumbai I am selecting, right? I have selected Asia Pacific region, Mumbai location. So you can select any one of the region, it will work. But if you select the nearest region from where you are working, it will reduce the latency, the response time in between the application. So that's why, so you need to select this region. After that, you need to click on the terms and conditions. That's it. the trial account you are going to create. Once you click on get started, so it will automatically, it is, see this one, account setting up in progress. No need to do anything from our side. So for on behalf of us, so Snowflake is going to do the configuration, and then it will create all the roles, the users, and then it will give the permissions to that. Now it sent, see this one, it sent the activation, the link to this email ID. Now when you observe, so let me go to that email. You will receive a link like this. Let it come. Now observe this one. Okay, already we have some other link. See this one, you will receive a link like this, right? Inactivated it seems. Okay, let me check one more link. It will take 1 minute. Let me refresh one more time. Sorry. So the details they have given is, I need to select the other account. Now observe this one, you got the account activation link. Now when you click on this account activation link, just you need to click on that. It will ask you username and then password, right? So for this, I'm giving Snowflake username, and then I'm giving the password. Now one thing when you observe, so this is the link which it is created for us. So this is the link. Well, let me copy this link. This is the link, and then I have given a username Snowflake 8. Then I have given the password. Okay, so now this is the details I have given. So now in this link, if you observe, see this one, this is unique account details. This one is a unique account details for every account creation. So it will not be the same for everyone. When you create a account, new trial account or any organization account also, this account details will be unique. And this represents Asia Pacific South 1 region. This represents Asia Pacific South 1 region. And this one is telling about AWS is the cloud platform. If we selected AWS, that's why it is AWS. If you select Azure or if you select GCP, then in place of here, so we will have Azure or GCP. Now we have created, so every time when you are working with this Snowflake, you are going to log in with this particular link. Okay, so now here completely it's a cloud, so we didn't done anything in our system, right? We didn't download anything, we didn't configure anything, we didn't install anything, right? Now so let's come to this again. Sorry, just a minute, let me close this. Okay, now if you observe this, so I will give the password again here, confirm password. After that, click on get started. Now so it is activating the link. It's done. Now see this one, account is created. So all the configuration is done automatically. Let me log out and then log in one more time. Now so username it is asking, the see this one, the same link, right? The same link. So, and we are giving the username Snowflake 8 and then password, giving the password. When you click on sign in, now observe this one thing here. Every time, so when you logged in to the Snowflake account, this is your complete the web UI, web user interface, where we are going to work with. To be like a perfect in Snowflake, so we need to understand each and every icon here, each and every component, and then each and every functionality in the Snowflake. So what exactly it is, how to use that. So this particular thing, if you observe the top one, right, this we will call it as a ribbon here. All these are the icons, all these are the icons, and then these are the different icon will represent different things. And then left hand side, we used to call this as a navigation panel. Here you can able to see some of the databases available. by default it connected to worksheet. Worksheet means where we are going to write the queries, and so this one, the right side, if you observe, see this one, we have the snowflake 8, snowflake 8. So this one is a username, this one is a username, and the down you can able to see all the account details. See this one, the roles. By default, Snowflake has created, these are the roles which is available by default. You will have account admin role, system admin role, public, security admin, user admin. All these roles we didn't created. Snowflake has created for us for our practice purpose. Now the default role is system admin role. System admin role. Like other databases, we don't have here account administrator. We don't have here administrator. Here, super user role is, so which is having all the permission, that is account admin. Account admin is the super user role. So this role is having all the permissions. They can able to do so everything. They don't have any restrictions. Who is using the account admin role here? Now we have a user already it has created, and then we have these many roles already it has created. And one more thing, if you observe in the worksheet, you can able to see already existing databases, right? All these databases Snowflake has created for us. If you observe, there is a small difference in icon. If you observe this icon, demo DB, right? And then util These are the databases. They have empty databases they created for our practice purpose. If you observe this, no tables are views and schema, right? Same way, if you observe here, no tables are views in this schema, right? These two, if you want to practice anything, if you want to create any tables, we can create in these two databases. And one more thing, if you observe, we have a Snowflake sample data. This is a shared database. This database shared by Snowflake organization. So this data, so for our practice purpose, they have shared some live data. If you observe TPCDS, this is the like some call center organization. This is the from their organization. They have Snowflake has requested to give the data for our practice purpose. If you observe here, see this one everywhere, you can see TPCDS, all the schemas, right? TPC, right? So if you check this in Google, TPCDS, you will get that organization. This is the organization TPCDS. So this is a call center organization. From this organization, Snowflake has requested the data for our practice purpose, and they kept all the data for us here. And when you observe, so what we discussed here in the account admin, so system and see this one, the role is system admin, right? This is the default role. And observe the icons in the top. You have databases, shares, marketplace, warehouse, and then worksheets, history, and then partner connect, help, and then snowlight, right? These are the icons. Now just observe this, when I am changing the role to account admin. Okay, before that, now if I click on database, you can able to create a database, you can able to clone a database, all these things you can able to perform. Icons are enabled for us, right? When I click on share, observe this, when I click on share, it's not enabled anything. And then marketplace enabled, warehouse enabled, worksheets fine, and then history fine, right? So all these things is fine. Now when it is coming to partner connect, so this is also available, help available. So this one snowlight, all the things is available. Now we have additional things. What is the additional things we have in another role? Account admin. When you click on account admin, observe this one. When you click on account admin role, observe this. What are the additional options we got it here? One is account icon, another one is notification icon. These two icons are not available in other role, system admin role, default role. These two icons are not available. No, one is the notification, another one is a account icon. If you want to create a new user, or if you want to see the billing, so how the Snowflake is charging for the users, and if you want to create a roles, or you want to create resource monitoring, if you want to control the billing, everything can be done by account admin. And the notification, you can set the notification. So for example, any user is utilizing more than like $500 or $1,000, then you can stop, so giving the access to the person. Those things we can able to do it in a notification. Now if you observe here, usage, billing, users, roles, like resource monitor, all these things can be done by only account admin, right? So when you come to switch role to system admin, observe this is a default role. So there is no icon for the account here, right? And then notification also, icon also not available. So remember this is the another, so certification question they will ask. So which role can able to see account icon in your ribbon? The account icon, that is only account admin role. Okay, just remember this. Now, so one thing, when you come to the worksheet, when you want to like write any queries, for example, so select star from some table, right? Generally what you will do, you will give the table name, right? For example, if I take catalog page, here we have a table catalog page. When you fire this, just observe this, what is happening. It is telling that does not exist or not authorized, right? Does not exist or not authorized, because it is telling that it is not available. But if you observe here, so we have a schema. Within the schema we have a table, and then it is telling that when the table is created, and then how many number of rows we have, and then what is the number of how many number of records, right? And then what is the size. It is giving all the information. But here it is telling that not available. This is because if you observe the right hand side, see this one, select database, select schema. We didn't selected any database, we didn't selected any schema, right? That's why it is showing this error. So if you don't want to get this error, what you can do is simply, so you can click on this icon and place name in SQL. When you click on this, it will give you the complete address of the table. This table is available in this particular schema. This schema is available in this particular database, right? When you use this, select star from now, so you can able to see the information here. See this one, we can able to see the information. Observe this, right? You can able to see the information, the complete information, right? Now, so it is telling that around 40,000 records is available in this particular sample Snowflake sample table, right? And if you observe one thing here, the columns, right? So here we have star, means it is representing all the columns from the table, right? All the columns from the table. If you don't want all the columns here, if you want specific columns, generally what you will do, we are going to mention in the place of star, we are going to mention specific column names, right? Instead of that, again the modifying query, what you can do is here select the columns, and here you have the options, right? Whatever the columns you don't want, you can unselect like this, you can deselect, and see this one, so only those columns you have selected, it will give you here, right? So it is giving the information here. And at the same time, okay, so if you come to one more important thing, whatever the query you are running here, every query you will have query ID. If you click on the open history, here you can able to see the query ID. Just remember this, every query when you are running, it will have unique query ID. Later so sessions we will discuss what is the purpose of the query ID, and then how we can able to trace it back. Okay, every query when you are running, it can be a failed query also, so it will have a unique query ID or job ID. Now, so here instead of giving complete thing, if I want to run this only this particular query, what you can do is you have to come here. So this one right hand side. So following me, right hand side, select the database, and then select the schema. So this is schema is 100 TCL. This is the schema. Now we have selected the database, selected the schema, right? Then you can come to this and then you can run the query. Then you can able to see the information. instead of selecting manually, one more option what you have is, if you want this particular schema, right? If you don't want this particular schema, so then, so if you want to go to other schema, then what you can do is, see this one, come here, click on this, set as a context. See this one, what is the schema? SF100 TCL, right? Here, SF10 TCL. If you want to go for this particular schema, click on this and then set as a context. Set as a context. See this one, the schema has been changed, right? Now, if you run the query, directly it will run, right? So you can able to see the information. So in all the schemas you have a almost all same table, but the data will be different. Now, so one more option is, when you are using select star from, it will give you the number of records, right? 40,000 records available in this table. One more option we have here, just to click on the table. So when you click on these three dots, you will have preview data. Observe this one, preview data, and then you have a view details. You have place name in SQL. Place name in SQL means it will give you this particular information. So when you are clicking on view details means it will give you column names, column name and data types. See this one, column name and data type. What is the column name and data type? So for the, when you click on view details, and another shortcut is, instead of like clicking on view details, just click, when you click on the table, so you can able to see the description here. See this one down, you can able to see left hand side sorry, column names and then data types, column names and data types you can able to see. But so what is the difference when you are using select star from, and then when you are using the preview data? Preview data means it will give you the information in your table. Now observe this preview data, it is giving the information. When you are giving select star from also, it is giving the information. The difference between these two things is, when you give select star from, it will give you all the records from the table. But when you are using preview data option, it is going to display only the first 100 records. Now if you observe this, see this one, so how many records we have total here? It is telling that only 100 records available here, not more than that, right? At the same time, so when you are coming to this and then if you run this, now observe this, how many records it has fetched? 40,000 records, right? When you are using preview, only 100 records will be displayed, first 100 records. When you are using select star from, it will display all the records. Okay, now so one more thing here, so when you are doing this, so all these queries, when you are running this query, where I am running this query? In the worksheet, right? In this particular worksheet. Now you can able to create, you can able to use worksheets, 50 worksheets at a same time. At a same time, you can able to create 50 worksheets. Now, if you observe, see this one, we have one worksheet, right? Let's create another worksheet. See this one. So if you want to run queries, so in the different worksheets, you can able to run different worksheet. If you want to save worksheets, just you can give the name load, and then for example, first just give the name, automatically just double click and then edit the name, automatically it will be saved, right? If you want to open the whatever the worksheet you have saved, just click on this icon, see this one, load script, or you can able to see recent worksheets which is available, first or load, whatever it may be. If you click on that, that particular worksheet will come. Okay, like this you can able to open 50 worksheets maximum, not more than that. Okay, no one will use that, so but just remember this, 50 worksheets we can open at the same time. Okay, now so we have the sample data for the utilization, right? Now I don't want to use the sample data whatever they have given. I want to create a new database, I want to create a new table. All these things I have to do on my own. Then what you can do is come to the database here, the database icon, right? So if you want to create any database, what you will do generally in other databases, we are going to write a query, right? Create database name, right? We will give the query. If you want to create a table also, what we will do, we will write a command, create table name, and then so we'll give the column names and data type. Now how easily we can able to do that in this particular Snowflake? Let's observe this. come to the database and then click on create. See this one, I'm creating database for this class. I'm giving the database name as class and then finish. Now observe this, database is created. And within this database, if you want to create a table, if you want to create a table, you can create a table. If you want to create a view, you can do that. If you want to create a schema, stages, file format, sequences, pipes, all these things we will see in the further classes. Now, if you want to create a table, see this one, how easily we can able to do that. Click on create option and give the table name. Let's say, for example, EMP I have given, and then columns. For example, we want some columns, for example, employee ID, and then employee name and employee designation. Okay, so designation. So then, so you can designation name will be the string, and then employee ID will be number. So you will take it as a integer. All the like other like data types, all the database data types, right? Same data types also we are having here. One additional thing, so when you are want to handle with semi-structured data, we have a data type called variant. We have a data type called variant here. This one we will see that. So when we are working with semi-structured files, like, so going forward, we will see how to work with a JSON files, how to work with a Pocket files. We will see that when you are working with those semi-structured data, we will deal with a variant. At that time, we will discuss. Now, so these are the table name we have given, column names we have given, data types we have selected. Now, when you click on finish, this table will be created. If you want to see how this table will be created in the backend, observe this one, click on show SQL. Click on show SQL. Now when you observe this, see this, what Snowflake has did for us. Snowflake automatically it has created a query for us, right? Create table, database name, schema name, table name. Create table. So within this database schema and then table name, this is the columns and then data types, column data types. It has written a query for us, right? So when you hit on finish, this query will be backend query will be fired on database and then table will be created. Now observe this, clicked on finish, right? And so if you want to see this, the whatever the database we created, whatever the table we have created, let's come to the worksheet and so refresh. We need to refresh it here. When you click on refresh, you can able to see this one. So you can see the database name class, right? So which is not available before the class, and then you can able to see within this database, you can able to see the schema, public schema, and then we have a table, right? And one more thing here, if you observe, every database like DemoDB, UtilDB, these databases, every database by default we have information schema as well as public schema, right? Yes, I mean, sorry for that. Now, every database contain information schema as well as public schema. Now, public schema, it contains the objects, all the database objects like tables, views, stages, and then everything it will be available in the public schema. Information related to this database objects will be available in information schema. At this moment, just consider, so the metadata will be available in information schema. Going forward, we will see what all the things we can able to get it from the information schema, what all the things we can able to fetch it. Now what we have done, so we created a database, we created this. Now by default the schema is created, and then we created a table. Now this is a empty table. Now observe this, it is telling that what is the table name, and then when the table is created, and then who is the owner of the table, number of records, and then size. We don't have any information here, right? It is an empty table. We don't have any data here. The size is 0, number of records is 0. If you want to load any data into this particular table, generally what is the process? We will write a insert into table command, right? Insert into table, and then we will give the values. Instead of that, what you can do is by using web UI option, when you come to database, when you click on the table, see this one, load table option is here, right? When you click on this, when you select all this option one by one, next, it is going to load the data into the table by default by using web UI option. No need to write a query again, it will load. At the same time, we can load the data by using web UI option. At the same time, when you come to worksheet here, okay, if you want to get this data, whatever the data available in this table, right? If you check this, this is the table data. If you want to download this data, so here we are, if you want to load the data into the table, we can use this load table option. When you want to download the data from the table, we can use this download option. There is load option, here is download option, right? Here you can able to download all the data by using this particular download icon. But we can use this thing by using web UI, but there is a restriction. If your file is greater than 50 MB of the file, 50 MB, if it is file is greater than 50 MB, you cannot upload and download. Loading the file into the table, downloading the data from the table is not possible by using this GUI option. By using GUI option, that is not possible. Remember that. To do that, remaining everything you can able to do that, but only uploading greater than that to greater than 50 MB of the file, downloading greater than 50 MB of the file, that is not possible by using GUI option. So then what is the way is, we have to use put command and we have to use get command. Put for uploading the files, get for downloading the files. When you are using put command and get command, these two things, it will not be supported in, not supported in GUI, graphical user interface, nothing but UI, user interface, right? In UI, put and get commands will not work. Then the solution will be, other solution is, we have to connect with CLI, command line interface, or we will call it as a Snow SQL. Now, when you are going to work with this, only in these two scenarios only. 99% of the time when you are working with a Snowflake, we are going to work with this complete all the like options, GUI options, and we are going to work with this UI interface only. We will work with this only particular link 99% of the time. Only 1% of the time when you are working with put and get commands, when you are loading, and for these first like 2 to 3 classes, so we will work with CLI also, command line interface. Now, so we have installed this particular like account, so like the link has been activated, we have created a free trial account. Okay, this is fine. Now you can able to, everyone can able to access this by using this link. So you can able to create this link and then you can able to log in with this username and password, right? And then you can able to work with this. But how to work with a CLI, how to install it, is also very simple. So everyone do the same thing in your system. So first what you have to do is, if you want to install CLI, when you will go with CLI, what is the purpose of that? Intention behind that is, when you are having greater than 50 MB of the file, when you want to use put command and get command, in these two situations only we are going to work with CLI. Otherwise, we will work with only this GUI option only. Now, if you want to work with CLI, you need to install command line interface. That one, you will get it from here. Observe this. Just click on help and you will get a download option here. Click on this download option. See this one, CLI client, right? Snow SQL. Here what you need to do is click on Snow repository, this one, Snow repository, and then it will direct you to the folder, Bootstrap folder. So here in this Bootstrap folder, you will get the folder again inside that. So you can select the Windows. If your system is Linux, you can go for this, or Windows, you can go for this. And here the download the latest version from here. So you can able to see the latest version here, right? Just click on this. It will not take more than 1 minute. So once it is downloaded, just click on the icon here. Click on the icon. it will ask you the admin privileges. Just click on yes, and then next, next, next. That's it. 3 times it will be. If it so in my system already I have installed, that's why it is asking to remove or reinstall, right? I don't want to do that. Just I will cancel it and then click yes. What you will do is in your system, when you are clicking on the executable file icon, automatically it will ask you the next, next, next 2 times. Once you clicked on that, your SnowSQL will be installed. Once it is installed, if you want to cross check whether it is installed or not properly, here, so this one, the trial account is created or not, you can able to see by using the link, and then you can log in with the username and password. You can able to see that, right? So here, when you click on the link, so here you can give the username, right? And then you will give the password. Then you can understand that the link properly created, account setup is done or not. Same way, the SnowSQL is installed or not. If you want to see that, what you have to do is just go to command prompt, cmd, type cmd in search window, go to the command prompt, click on command prompt. Here, what you need to do is just type SnowSQL space -a. Minus a means account, a means account, and then here you need to give the account details. SnowSQL space -a space, again account details. Account details is this one. Now observe this one, from here to here, from here to here, you need to copy this, copy, and then come here. You need to right click here in the command prompt. When you right click, then it will be pasted, and then just enter. Don't give semicolon, just enter. Now it will connect to your Snowflake. Now observe the top, what it is telling, SnowSQL -a, and then account details, and then it is telling that region, right? Once it is connected, it will tell you Snowflake is connected. Now in some of the systems, you will get some log failure information. So don't worry about that. So you can ignore that information. It will send you some error messages for the log information. You can ignore that. So even though you can able to log in, let it come. I will show you. So what exactly how to log in with CLI. Okay. So here you can able to work with the command prompt, or you can able to work with the this GUI. Both are same. There is no difference. Okay. If you create a database here, it will be reflected here. If you create a database here in the GUI, it will be reflected here. You can able to see the information from the table here. You can able to see the information from the table here. There is no difference. Now only the thing is here everything will be the commands, but here everything will be by using the GUI option. Now observe this. These are the log error information. So this you can ignore this. Now what it is asking? It is asking give me the username, right? Now so I'm giving the username Snowflake 8, and then it is asking password. Just we are giving the password and enter. Once we have given the password, now observe this one. It's connected to Snowflake 8 with this user, and then this is the compute warehouse by default, and it is telling that no database and then no schema. It means it is not connected to any database and any schema. If you observe here what we have done, so in the worksheet, if you want to select any database, we selected here, and then we selected manually, right? Or what you have done, so let me refresh it here. So we selected manually here, right? Then so it is, so went to the selection. But here if you want to connect to the database, what you have to do is just to type use database, and then database name, and then semicolon. Now it is connected to class and then public database, right? Here we selected manually, but here just you are using the command. If you want to see the tables here, see this one, show tables. If you give show tables, it will give you what all the tables available. See this EMP table is available. If you want to see the data here, select star from EMP, right? EMP is the table name. Now observe this, we don't have anything, only it is an empty table, ID, name, designation, right? These are the columns. The same way here, when you click on this, you can able to see this ID, name, and then designation, right? So these are the 3 columns which is available here. It's an empty table, right? Same information here, the same information here, but only the thing is when you are working with put command and get command, we need to work only with a CLI. Remaining every time we are going to work with this particular GUI option. Okay. So now, so what you have to do is, so in your system, so do the same thing. So first try to create a trial account and then just explore all the icons. So what all the icons is available and then what is available in the left hand side. So those things. Then so next install this CLI and keep it ready. So in your system. So next class also what we will do is, so we will see, so first thing, so how to load the data from the our local files. We will pick a file and then we will try to load the data into our Snowflake tables. Okay, first 2 to 3 columns we will work with this particular thing. Once we understand this particular thing exactly, like how to load the data, then remaining all the functionalities and everything, it will be very easy. It will be very easy for us. So that's why we are discussing this particular topic first. So later we can jump into so other things. So otherwise, if we jump directly into the other things, it will be little bit difficult. Okay, so we'll miss the uh, okay. Any questions here from anyone? If you are facing any issue in creating, please let me know. Okay, so I will guide you. And one more thing is, please give me your email IDs and then your WhatsApp numbers. I'm pinging my WhatsApp number here. Please text me. This is my WhatsApp number. Please ping me your email ID and then a WhatsApp number. I will add you in the group, as well as every day when we are discussing all these topics, right? I will send you the scripts, what we are exactly doing in the session. The same scripts I will send it to you. So it will be for your reference and then for the practice purpose. I have Kranti's email ID and then phone number. Then remaining Sujit Munireddy, and then Balaji. Could you please send me your email IDs as well as WhatsApp numbers?
Sure, I'll share it.
Any specific questions here in this particular session? At the same time, every day I will send you the recorded sessions also. Okay. Thank you, Balaji. Teja. Okay. Bye. I received Sujit. Thank you. Sorry. Okay, guys. Thank you, everyone. See you tomorrow, same time. Thank you. Bye.